Ethiopia is set to pursue its contribution of power supply to East African countries. Good morning. I'm Aida Salamun, and this is ETV News. President Girma Walde-Giorgis confers with the Special Representative of the Secretary-General of the United Nations, Haile Makorios, in his office on Wednesday. The President asked the representative to strengthen the established relationship of Africa with the United Nations. The President, same day, also received the newly appointed head of Arab League, Ambassador Salah Moukboud. Ambassador Salah Moukboud has vowed to make every effort to enhance the relations between Ethiopia and Arab countries. National Political Parties Joint Council has held its regular meeting on Wednesday. The council has deliberated on an interview that the Secretary of Ethiopian Justice and Democratic Forces Party conducted with a local private newspaper, Sendek, saying it violates the council's code of conduct. The party, however, said the act is not in violation of the council's working procedures, as its secretary expressed its complaints to the media. Members of the council claimed that the party as having violated the code of conduct by speaking to the media, although a complaint handling system exists within the council. The council has finally set up a fact-finding committee to investigate the issue. Ethiopian Ministry of Health announced that it has constructed about 20,000 health facilities in the past 3 years. Deputy Health Minister Kabede Worku told ENA that so far the ministry is undertaking various efforts to upgrade and increase the health centers across the nation. He said the ministry has managed to achieve the plan set in the GTP in health sector. He said the health facilities are being equipped with required equipment and health professionals to make them fully operational. If the construction of 185 hospitals is completed, the total number of hospitals in the country will be 300. The minister notes there has been good improvement in the health sector and vowed to continue distributing health equipments to the facilities in the future. A park to be used for promoting the green development strategy designed by the late Ethiopian Prime Minister Meles Zenawi has been established in Semera town of the Afar state. A foundation stone for the park has been laid by Awol Wufka, head of the Afar National Democratic Party. The head vowed to sustain the green development strategy put in place by the former leader. Awol said Meles achieved a lot to ensure the benefits of pastoral communities across the nation. It was learned on the occasion that Meles Memorial Parks will be set up in all districts of the region and more than 1 million seedlings will be planted in the area. Ethiopia is set to pursue its contribution of power supply to East African countries. CEO of Ethiopian Electric Power Corporation, Mehret Debebe, told the AGOA session on Tuesday that the nation has embarked upon a regional clean energy development. Habib Mohammed has the story.
Ethiopia has shared its experience in clean energy development during the 12th AGOA Forum in a discussion under the title Trade Opportunities and Financing for Clean Energy Development, co-chaired by Dr. Olusegun Aganga, CEO of the Ethiopian Electric Power Corporation. Mehret Debebe gave a short presentation of Ethiopia's renewable energy development. Nigeria's experience was also presented by Dr. Olusegun Aganga, the country's trade and industry minister. Opening the session, R.L. Gast, Assistant Administrator for Africa, noted that though renewable energy has the potential to transform the African's economy, it still remains seriously underfunded. He explained the U.S. presidential initiative Power Africa and the pilot project in Tanzania and Zambia to finance off-grid renewable energy projects.
Without power, it's very difficult for economies to grow. And what we have found in Africa is that companies and people are paying an inordinate amount of money for power. And when that happens, their products aren't competitive. And so if we can help provide power through private sector means in partnership with government.
Through the U.S. Africa Clean Energy Initiative program, the U.S. presidential visit to Africa allotted funds of $6 up to $7 billion from private and global finances to support the development of clean energy in Africa. He noted that the U.S. was supporting a Kenyan 450-megawatt wind farm project with equipment and technical support. Dr. Aganga gave an extensive exposition on how a massive liberalization of the telecom and the energy sector was helping Nigeria to alleviate financial problems facing clean energy development. He said the government has created an enabling condition, removed legal and administrative hurdles, and put in place the right incentives which had helped attract the private sector energy development. According to Dr. Aganga, Nigeria has signed MOUs with multinational companies like Petrobras, Dow, and Chevron to produce over 30,000 megawatts of energy with an investment of more than $20 billion. Sharing Ethiopian experience in the power sector, Mehret Tebebe, CEO of the Ethiopian Electric Power Corporation, said that Ethiopia's 25 years energy master plan aimed to make Ethiopia a hub for renewable energy in East Africa.
The Ethiopian energy policy focuses on the affordability of energy costs for citizens by undertaking various power generating activities. The financing of the various projects are undertaken through government financing, equity financing, and concessional grants from multilateral and bilateral sources. The Ashagoda wind project in Afar region could be mentioned as an example involving both private and public financing. This approach had helped Ethiopia provide low-priced energy to end users.
He added that Ethiopia's hydro energy costs 0.5% per kilowatt, while the cost in East Africa and some other countries reached $1 per kilowatt. He also noted that Ethiopia's budgetary discipline and the optimal utilization of marginal and capacity cost had enabled it to pursue fast-track energy development, under which most projects were able to cover their costs within no more than 5 years. Under this master plan, Ethiopia aims to be producing 30,000 megawatts of energy by 2020. There is a project interconnectors Djibouti with Yemen and Middle East power grid. The $1.5 million Ethiopia-Kenya power transmission line will connect the nation with East Africa, and upon completion, the Ethio-Sudan and Sudan-Egypt transmission lines will enhance Ethiopian access to West African markets. The conclusions, based on the experiences from a country like Nigeria, was that sufficient funds would be valuable to African markets when projects are found to be bankable, and where there is macroeconomic stability and cost-reflective tariff systems are in place in any given country.
The 12th United States Sub-Saharan Africa Trade and Economic Cooperation Forum concluded on Tuesday. The forum, which happened at the AU headquarters in Addis Ababa for the last 5 days, ended with a strong tone for the extension of the AGOA provision for another 15 years. Buruk Orku reports.
AGOA is an unfinished agenda that we are all in agreement that we should renew it for a period that would enable us to achieve the objectives of enabling our two sides to continue to benefit. What has been truly an engaging and intensive 2 days of deliberations.
Strong call for enhanced political dialogue between the US and Africa and the reauthorization of AGOA for at least another 15 years. Dr. Muecha was vocal on the value of implementing AGOA and its full utilization, which he described as equally important, and the reauthorization of AGOA after 2015.
The hard work that is in front of us is for us to work with the US to ensure that AGOA is authorized on time.
Dr. Tewodros Adhanom, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia, noted that Africa is asking for the reauthorization of the current act, considering its original objectives.
There is no question that we are both in agreement on the need for the seamless reauthorization of AGOA. The African side is asking for the reauthorization of AGOA for 15 years as a way to fully achieve the very goal set for AGOA from the outset.
Dr. Debretsion Gebramikael, Deputy Prime Minister for Finance and Economic Cluster of Ethiopia, is hopeful that AGOA would continue to foresee ongoing transformation in Africa in the coming decade.
This forum has laid out a strategic direction to ensure that AGOA would continue to play its established goal of helping African countries advance towards industrialization.
The African Growth and Opportunity Act AGOA expires in September 2015. There have been heightened discussions both by US and African policymakers on the post-2015 commercial arrangement between Africa and the United States. The discussions have largely focused on whether to extend the current legislation.
The US administration on Monday expressed its hopes to extend the provision after 2015. Ambassador Donald Yamamoto with the US State Department had this to say.
Let's pull up our sleeves, let's get to work, and let's make a go of the world and know that Africa is the future, the final frontier for all opportunities.
Organizers of the forum note that the 5-day gathering was a success.
We feel this is the best AGOA forum we ever had, both in terms of substance and organization.
39 sub-Saharan African countries are eligible for AGOA benefits in 2013. Brooke Werku, ARTN News.
In a related story, Foreign Ministry said Ethiopia has gained economic and political benefits from the 12th AGOA Forum. Briefing journalists on current issues, spokesperson Ambassador Dina Mufti said the forum was diplomatically, economically, and politically successful as the U.S. expressed its willingness to continue the business opportunities. Regarding the first-year memorial of the late Prime Minister Meles Zenawi, Dina said the nation is commemorating him through tree transplantation to promote his green development strategy. Expressing Ethiopian people and government sorrow over the flood accident in Sudan, the ambassador wished recovery for the 150,000 displaced Sudanese. He also said it is Ethiopia's aspiration for immediate calm in Egypt. Speaking about the recent crash that encountered an Ethiopian Air Force plane in Mogadishu, which claimed the lives of 4 crew members, Ambassador Dina said the government of Somalia is investigating the cause of the accident and the cost of the damage.